Hello, another video. I have a very special knife to show you. Absolutely beautiful knife. I will actually film in few locations. I think it's a bit heavy, the sound of this brook, but I'm having here a lunch and I'm going uphill and then to some other location and then to forest shelter, so I will do feathers also there. I hope this is now I think should be focused. Yeah, this is a knife made by Jari Liukko, kind of small forge. In an area called Etelä-Savo, South Savonia, in eastern Finland. Yeah, this is actually, there's a background story that I want to tell. Yeah, this knife is really special for me because Arto Liukko, the father of Jari Liukko, they're both master bladesmiths, and they have this their own small forge company, Liukko Knives, and they're really one of the most famous knife makers in Finland. So they are really kind of tour de force of Finnish knife making. They won all that you can possibly win. I don't know if there's many Puukko makers that have won so many Puukko championships, etc. So they're really great knife makers. But what makes this knife special is not only that it's, in my opinion, absolute perfection of a Puukko and very nice design, but Arto Liukko, the father of Jari Liukko, was a friend of my father, a childhood friend, and he even met with my father not so long ago, before my father passed away a few years ago. So they come from the same region of Finland, and actually also my grandmother was Arto's teacher back in the day, and also I believe like my grandfather was Arto's music teacher. My grandfather was a composer and a cantor of the parish, and actually Arto is also a musician and a cantor, which is very interesting. So he has nice memories of my family, of my father, of my grandfather, and of the dramatic car accident where my grandfather actually died in a relatively young age. So this connection gives this knife a very special meaning. I also love the area. It's one of my favorite areas of Finland. Is this eastern parts of Finland, like South Savonia, South Karelia, Punkaharju. Check it in Google, put Punkaharju there, or Savonlinna. It's one of my favorite places on earth, really. So many nice childhood memories there. But yeah, let's go to the knife. We'll try to focus a bit better. I think now. Yeah, it's absolutely perfection. Immediately when I got it out of the box, I just thought, come on. Absolutely gorgeous. There's the logo, trying to focus it here. It's left like rough, as a brute forge. Of course done by purpose. It gives this very rustical, nice look. It has interesting design. It has this kind of drop point that you don't actually see that often in Finnish Puukkos. I very much like this. It's very nice lines that you have here, kind of very high Scandi or saber and piercing tip. Very delicate knife, very nimble in the hand, and beautiful. Absolutely everything is, there's no problem with the fit and finish. Very nice, the texture, good quality, birch a curly birch. And there's nice details that kind of makes this stand out also of kind of my rest of my Puukkos. It's kind of small things that are really nice in my opinion design wise is that you have this, for example, the end pommel. It's not totally flat, so there's kind of nice curvy shape. So design is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I actually haven't even tested this yet with feathers, so I will actually test it live when I get to the kind of my first impression live when I get to the forest shelter. So maybe I will actually go ahead. This is a bit heavy, maybe the sound of the of this brook here.
So very special Puukko, not only because of the background story and this area where this is made, one of my favorite areas in Finland, but also fantastic use knife. And this is all, of course, like for me, extremely important. I'm a knife user, so this is one of the best knives that I have for carving. Really, this just removes material like it's such an ease. And then you have the beautiful, very ergonomical handle, doesn't create hot spots. But then you can also do feathers. And with feathers, the thing is that they often improve with use. So when you sharpen them, you strop them. But right out of the gate, highly functional grind. Very, very nice. This is one of those Puukkos for me that almost like reads my mind if I'm doing this. Fantastic. High Scandi or high saber grind. Puukkos actually used to be, back in the day, quite high the Scandi, so this kind of new craze of creating like very low Scandis, which I don't really prefer. It's kind of a new thing in my opinion. In my opinion, high Scandis are much more workable, much more practical. This is just Puukko comfort. This is why Puukkos are so great with woodwork. And such a great handle. And of course beautiful knife. So it's one of those things why Puukkos are, in my opinion, very nice, is that you get the functionality as you get with this. And then it's really, really beautiful. And yeah, okay, so it does the feathers. It's absolutely fantastic with carving. But then also one thing which is really, really important is the sheath also. So Anssi Ruusuvuori, the author of the history of Puukko, he said like you shouldn't examine Finnish Puukkos without the sheath. So they complement each other really, and that is so true, because I'm a knife user, and I did a day's trip today, and I have this knife on my belt. I'm 100% certain that this is not going to drop, or if there's some crazy accident, but otherwise this just won't drop, because this sheath, this is maybe the best knife sheath that I've ever seen. I'm completely honest. I have many knives. I've collected knives, used knives, almost all my life, and I never come across with a sheath like this. So amazing leather work, really. The design is great. It is, in my opinion, absolutely super beautiful. They make it also in brown leather. Very nice, the ornaments. Very, very nice. And all kind of the details are just... everything here is just absolute next level Puukko perfection. Ornaments here. All these small details. Very sturdy. Here you have the Jari, Liukko logo. Very sturdy. This leather is really good. The quality. This dangler is very sturdy. And the most important thing is this. With Finnish knife, with Finnish Puukkos, there's a word called napsu. And it means like the sound that you have when the Puukko is on the belt. And for example, Anssi Ruusuvuori, when he goes through a Finnish knives, he has this Finnish... He actually has two Puukko history books. The other one is the English translation, but then he has like the Finnish version, which is like almost 3 times longer. And there he goes all sorts of historical Finnish Puukkos, and he rates them also. And one of the ratings that he uses with all the Puukko is, does it have the good napsu? Does it have the napsahtaa is kind of snap in Finnish. So does it have it? And this has amazing, if you listen. And this is, I could do all day long. This will never drop. And you still have kind of, well, it's kind of polished curly birch. So it's actually easier to do it with birch bark, because it has the grip, but this is a bit smooth. Nevertheless, it just fits totally perfect there and will never drop. So this is kind of, yeah, this is, you can't have not much more perfect Puukko than this one. This is such a great design. And one thing which I like about this is also this kind of ridge that you have here. It gives a little bit of extra control, in my opinion, and you know kind of where the blade is. You feel it's not totally round, but then here this portion is very round and smooth. This fits my hand like a glove. Yeah, this is so happy to use it, and this is also for me a use knife. And this is also, and one thing I also must say, this is, in my opinion, like really good value also for what you get. So I'm not talking about like moras are moras. There's more inexpensive Puukkos around. The thing is that like a craftsmanship, you just don't get much better craftsmanship at all. So if I think there's many knife makers all across the world, and they may do the forging by themselves. They have a big company, big factories. They order the sheaths from somewhere else, somebody else. He does it everything. So he does the forging, heat treatment, everything, handles, and the sheath. And what an amazing craftsmanship. So this is just I just can't find better, just can't think of a more perfect Puukko, really. Well, anyways, but I'm continuing here. Thanks for watching. See you later.